and welcome. The Construction Sport Podcast is back. I was going to say it's our longest ever podcast, but I'm trying to think of a long terminology for it. Ultra podcast. We have Ben Banaghan here, a man of the construction sector in London town. Ben, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Is it your first podcast?
Yeah.
First ever?
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm more nervous for this than the run next week.
And you've done a few, yeah. I've done a few podcasts, but I've not done enough to justify running the journeys that you've ran.
Yes.
Where did it start, Ben? Obviously from Ireland.
Yeah.
And now what's brought you over here, London? What brought you into construction?
So
Where did Ben Banaghan begin?
Basically, construction started when I was 14. Helped my stepfather with a few houses, doing a few roofs, stairs. During the summer holidays, always loved the idea of being in construction. I'm a very physical person, so I don't think I'd be able to sit behind a laptop all day, every day.
Yeah.
So I like to see construction progressing day after day, week after week. So I'm seeing the progress was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And then, kind of done that earlier in my life. Then I went to America for 2 years. Played football over there, and then that didn't quite work out. Yeah, soccer, sorry. Yeah. No, football.
It is football.
Yeah, not Gaelic football, soccer football.
Yeah, that's what you said, football. I was thinking it's Gaelic football. But
No.
Yeah.
That didn't quite work out, but moved back to Ireland, done construction management in TUS in the southwest of Ireland, and then after that, came to London, been here since.
Yeah, superb. What's the States like? Where'd you go over there?
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah. South
Lovely.
Virginia,
South
basically
Virginia.
North Carolina, where,
Is that the Bible Belt?
Yes.
That is,
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of rednecks, lots of Bibles, lots of churches, the whole,
The whole shebang.
Yeah.
And then go from an Irish.
Exactly,
Would you go back? Did you like it?
I definitely go back, but I wouldn't go back to live there. I go
Yeah.
back on holidays here and there, but I think my time living in America is definitely done.
What took you there in the first place? Just the football?
Yeah, sport. Yeah,
Did it, yeah.
just mad into sport, whether it's to be honest, I do ultra running now, but originally it was always football. And then even back when I was younger, I did a lot of hurling. So they were my two sports. Was always quite fit, quite healthy. Then COVID hit, and I was like, right, let's take on ultra running.
Yeah. So, you done a marathon before you get on? Had you ever done a marathon before you decided I'm going to take on ultra marathon running?
No. So even to this day, I haven't actually done a marathon to do a marathon.
Yeah.
Shortest race I've done was 50k. But I actually done that with my friend who's coming with me to Iceland next week.
Amazing.
Kieran,
Yeah.
Two of the lads done 10Ks, but that was a good day out.
Was it? Yeah. What was the longest you'd done before you went, right, I'm doing 50k?
I couldn't even tell you. Obviously I trained for Running Ireland, but I never actually done a long distance run. I think probably in my training was 60k, but that was probably over 3 different runs, so like a 20k, 20k, 20k. But that was probably my longest day of running before I ran the length of Ireland.
So then, who convinced you? Whose idea? You said, right, I'm running Ireland. How far is that? So is that like Donegal area, or is that northern?
Yeah,
that's more northern than Northern Ireland, isn't it? We don't say the boys went over there last year on the tractors.
Correct. Yeah.
That's about all I've got in terms of Irish geography. But
and tractors. Yeah, pretty right. I started in Mizenhead down in Cork, the most southern point, and then I finished in Mallinhead, which is up in Donegal.
Amazing. Is that where you went now? Downhead.
Yeah.
Was that on the tractor run? Yeah, that was Mallinhead.
Really nice. Did you go to the actual, the castle at the very, very end?
Yeah. I interviewed me and O'Malley on the top of this cliff thing.
Yes. So that massive hill at the end was the very end of my run, and I was absolutely fucked going out. Honestly, I got to the end and I was like, oh Christ, it was the biggest hill I had in the full.
It was a big hill.
So how long is that distance, and how long did it take?
So that was about 560 kilometers.
Yeah.
I think that's
what's that in miles out? Can you get your calculator up, convert it over?
350 miles, I think.
350 miles.
I think it's about that. That was that, and actually Iceland is quite similar.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, similar terrain.
Terrain as well.
Similar terrain as well. Yeah, it's interesting, but
because I can't operate in kilometres. The boys say this. I grew up. My dad was territorial army.
It's 340 miles.
340.
So but he was also into going and do a 2 mile run as a kid. So all my life was programmed to just do a couple of miles. So I've got miles in my head, and it only seems I listened to these boys about 15 years ago. Probably the world of social media come in, and it all converted to kilometres. It feels like for me, and so my head's set in miles.
Yeah,
they say good kilometres because it sounds better because you're going further.
Exactly.
But I think miles is more.
More oof. Yeah, you like the oof.
Yeah. So you done front. How long you say? Sorry.
So I finished on day 8, but but that was the first time I'd done anything like that. I didn't train properly for it. It was during COVID, so logistics was quite challenging. I was actually told by the Irish government a few weeks before that I couldn't do it because it was during COVID. And then it was lots of going back and forth. But basically, I had a social media company called Gript Media.
Yeah.
And they took me and my support team on as journalists for the week, which gave us like a free pass to roam the country freely.
This is running journalists.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah.
It just shows there's a way of doing everything in there. Find your way around it.
Yeah.
Good. And construction workers don't
being
told what to do.
Yeah. Lots of that in our industry. Yeah.
Yeah, superb. So that's 8 days.
So that was 8 days.
So what's that, 40, 50 miles a day you're running? 2 marathons a day? More than that?
So like I think I was looking over notes during the week, but first 4 days I averaged about 90 kilometers a day.
Yep.
But then the next 4 days I think it was about 40 or 50 kilometers a day. So it was really like there was no consistency. It was just waking up at different times, going to sleep at different times every night. Just it was very ad hoc.
A bit of smash out the most of it as quick as we can.
Yeah.
And then make it easy.
Yeah.
But you've learned from that, have you? Has it changed when you then done Land's End to John O'Groats? Yeah.
Yes.
Year after?
2 years after.
2 years after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big progression, a big step up for me, obviously distance wise. I averaged 72 kilometers a day for 19 days.
Wow.
The total distance was 1,400 kilometers, which I think is 940, 950 miles.
Yeah.
Basically, I felt better at the end of John O'Groats to Land's End than I did at the end of day 1 of Running Ireland. So after 19 days of 72 kilometers a day, I felt better after 100 kilometer day.
Yeah.
So my body had learned a lot. I understood the loads, the stress and pressures that come with it. And I just trained, I suppose, more specifically for what I was doing. So strength and conditioning in the gym was more, kind of dialed into what I was doing outside the gym, which was just constantly running.
Yeah. Because that's what we spoke about earlier, but just, the importance of still going to the gym to do weights and stretches and all that.
But I mean, like, you're not going to run a marathon if you're not strong. You need a strong core, you need strong legs. People have this perception that running is just running, but you need to be strong to run.
I like the way you've referred to it a few times. Actually, you say your body's got to learn what's going on, isn't it? Your body needs to know, and your body will adapt to that.
Your brain thinks about what you're doing, but your body needs to. Your body doesn't think. Your brain thinks for your body, and your body just does. Yeah, and adapts.
So you got to allow time in a way for your body to get up to scratch with your head.
Yeah.
And did you feel like then all the way down here, your body and the head's kind of in the same position?
Yeah.
You can always go a bit further with the head, I suppose.
Yeah, but your body won't go where your head doesn't push you. So, even for me, like, doing runs.
There's the clip, Al. There's the clip.
There mightn't be many of them, so.
Drag that one out.
It's been a good training, I suppose, 9-10 months for me. But I suppose after doing Ireland and the UK, I suppose I have that in the bank, and I know when it does get tough, I know I have the experience. My body has physically done something similar before and something harder before, so I know it'll be okay. To be honest, the challenge for this Running Iceland is going to be the logistics.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, just get in, because you said, a lot of it's off-road, isn't it? And kind of terrain-wise.
Yeah.
It's volcanic anyway, isn't it? So you're doing Iceland, yes. So that's the next one. You're doing the northern... on that, did you go... John O'Groats to Land's End?
John O'Groats to Land's End, yeah.
So we went to John O'Groats, didn't we, in the valley? So you come down.
Yeah, so south. We drove up, and we were driving up. I was like, how the fuck am I going around this?
Yeah, all for Inverness, all the terrain, all the highlands. It's a fucking amazing place, isn't it? I need to have a big road trip through Ireland one day. I'd love to see what's... I've not been over there to see that. I've only been, like, say, Dublin on stag do's, and that's about as close as... and that's a blur.
Yeah.
But I do want to see, the terrain, because everyone says the roads, obviously, around Ireland are quite...
Yeah, it's amazing there. When you do go, let me know, and
Yeah.
tell you where to
Well,
go.
as I say,
and
we've got
where
the
not
right.
to go.
We've definitely got the right contacts, and the reasons to get over there and do it.
Yeah.
I think we've probably got people all over the place there now. Everyone keeps saying, "Get over, tell us, we'll come over."
Do.
Yeah. So you got Land's End done. Land's End, Johnny Groats to Land's End. You've done Ireland, and now it's the next one. When this podcast goes out, you will be. This is next Wednesday now.
When do you start your run? The 8th?
Monday, yeah.
This goes out the 10th.
So this will go out on the 10th.
You're on day 3.
Day 3, yeah.
Yeah. So you're on day 3 right now as this hits the millions of viewers. So you're going out there. So you're heading to the northern tip of Iceland to start.
So I fly into Iceland into Reykjavik tomorrow.
Yep.
My friend Kieran is going to be joining me on Sunday.
Yep.
We're going to get a few bits just for food and stuff for that. I suppose the middle 80%, there won't be many shops. So we're going to stock up on supplies, fuel, water, all that stuff. And then, I think the drive is 7 hours to the most northern point of the country.
Is it really? Yeah.
And then, staying in a hotel Sunday night, and then wake up bright and early Monday morning and just hit the
Is
road.
that a hotel at that northern tip?
Yeah, I think it's a 15-minute drive from where we're starting.
Premier Inn.
So,
What is there up there? I'm intrigued. I bet it's a little Icelandic.
I don't even know. Kieran's been helping me quite a lot with all this stuff the last few weeks. So he's booked that and he sorted that. So something less for me to do to concentrate on.
Yeah, amazing. So we've been speaking about him with the team and getting the logistics of it. But you just want to get on with what you know what you can do, isn't it?
That's the thing. When I get there, when I start running, I just want to think about running. Food, gear, accommodation, all that stuff. I say accommodation will be camping. But all that stuff I don't want to think about. I just want to fall into a position and be told, do this, do that. We're running again in 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is. And
do you stop throughout much of the running throughout the day? Is there?
Yeah, so I was doing this the last few weeks as well, thinking about, I have daily distances. So I'm going to average about 75, 80 kilometers a day. But day 1 is going to be 90 kilometers. I'm thinking of doing 3 30-kilometer blocks.
Yep.
Day 2 is going to be about 65k, which is a lot less than the 90, but that's because it's going to be very hilly and terrainy. So, I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot for the rest of the journey and absolutely be spent after day 2.
Yep.
So, day 1, 3 30Ks. I think day 2, 65k, but I'll probably do like a 20k, a 15k, a 15k, and a 15k. So, even though it's less distance than day 1, I have more separate runs.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. What do you do in those gaps, or how long is that gap between the blocks?
Depends on how I'm feeling, and weather conditions will probably play a part, but gonna try and not have that impact times. But usually how I'm feeling. So when I was doing John O'Groats to Land's End, just using that as context or reference, towards the end, the breaks were starting to get a bit longer just because I was absolutely spent.
Yeah.
And once you kind of lay down or lie down and you start resting, it's it's nice to rest after you've run a stupid amount of distance for a long period of time. So for Iceland, it's going to be, because I'm trying to do it in a good time.
Yep.
Going to try and keep breaks nice, short, snappy, get fuel on, change my gear, then hit the road again.
You even mentioned as well now, I said about getting a coffee before here, and you said the caffeine's banned at the moment. You come off the caffeine. Yeah. And it's all about shocking the body next week to push you, really, isn't it?
You build up a tolerance like you do with most things. And then, just having a bit of a detox from caffeine from the last, it should have probably been a week and a half, 2 weeks, just to make sure it was all out of my system. But it's going to be a week when I start on Monday. But then hopefully I don't need any caffeine until maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or even Friday.
But it'd be some nice coffees out there, though. Somewhere There'd be some good stuff. There'd be some
Yeah.
powerful stuff.
In the cold as well, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it will be. And I reckon there's some really, I suppose the history of Icelanders and the people up there, and they're big people, aren't they? So there'd be some.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, and we watch follow a bit of Thor or Bjornsson.
I'll fit right in.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been to Reykjavik years ago, actually, for my mother-in-law's birthday years back, and there's an Irish pub in Reykjavik.
There's one everywhere. Yeah.
And I actually thought it was quite a random place, but then my father-in-law, he's been around the world, and he had a few stories of them in other places. But there's a lot of Irish fishermen, obviously, go backwards and forward between it, and the Scottish as well.
Yeah.
Just go, that's their journey there and journey back.
Yeah.
So a bit of history there for you. What's the weather like out there at the moment?
I think it's okay. I think it's sunny enough. It's not the Bahamas, like I said earlier, but, it'll probably be 9, 10, 11 degrees.
Yeah.
A few showers here and there, but I'm hoping and praying that, it's not, crazy weather out there. I'm expecting on the coast, so to start and the end, I'm expecting it to be windy just because you're on the coast. It's,
on the north coast of Iceland.
Exactly,
That is north.
Yeah, you couldn't be more north, yeah.
Maybe that's Father Christmas from there.
But expecting the weather to be okay. I've absolutely, I'm packing, I'm bringing sunscreen, I'm bringing rain jackets, I'm bringing woolly hats, I'm bringing sunglasses. I have to bring everything with me because who knows what we're going to get.
So on this, outfit-wise, how many outfits, so how many days running is it going to be? You're planning on it? It's going to be...
I should finish on day 8, but I'm going to try and beat that again and try and finish on day 7.
Day 7.
Yeah.
Sound. So you got 7 days. How many outfits does an ultra marathon runner take with them? 7 outfits, 7 days, or is it very different?
I wish. Yeah.
Wet weather gear, dry weather gear, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is once the gear gets wet, you don't want to be in wet gear for too long. Obviously, you could get sick, you could chafe, you could, and even for me, training the last 9 months, I didn't train in any wet gear, so my body isn't used to that. I'm not even used to that. I won't know how to deal with it or manage it. I just want to be in fresh clothes as often as I can. So I'll probably bring 50 pairs of socks, bicycle shorts, running shorts, just normal football shorts. Bring 7, 8 pairs of pants, bring jumpers, I'll bring sleeveless tops, I'll bring t-shirts, I'll bring long sleeve t-shirts.
Do you run in pants or cycling shorts or any specific?
See, you say pants, I say jocks.
Jocks,
yeah,
do you?
Yeah.
The old classic, jocks used to wear the old, I suppose, a little bit of football rugby.
Underpants,
Yeah. Was you just running them?
No, I use bicycle shorts.
It
just helps because I feel like when you sweat in pants or jocks, whatever you want to call it, I just feel like it's not the healthiest. Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it's just me because I'm a bit larger than a fat arse, basically.
Yeah. But even
and I just chafe full time.
Yeah, but I was just about to say that wearing bicycle shorts does help with chafing because obviously, it's tighter. It's just holding your, for me, I don't chafe. I'm really lucky I don't chafe at all. But I found when I did chafe, it was because I was wearing underpants or jocks.
I went out when I was inspired by reading Russ Cook's book last week and went on my little trip around Africa when I run 20 minutes up the road on holiday. I chafed. I was just in my swim shorts. I was like, I'll get away with it. I'm fine. Just quickly go. It won't be long. And I did. I come back and literally this was inside my thigh. I was started feeling it. Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, we've had it on the long distance walks we've done when you just start to get it towards the end, or you can tell the people who are on some of the walks we've done who's chafing because they're walking like John Wayne. And once you see it, I just say to people, just get in, just go to the toilet and just dry yourself off. And
it's hard
fresh
because
gear.
Once you shave, you can't unshave.
Yeah,
you need to give it a few days, a week or two to actually properly recover.
Yeah. Are you, touch wood, I don't know what occurs to think, but did you get through all the lands in terms of injury? Do you find little niggles pick up? I only say this because we've done the walks before, and I've thought my right ankle's really hurting, but then over time you just switch off and then suddenly your hip hurts, and then before you know it you're thinking about a different injury in your body, but it's just as if your brain's just wanting to think about something, and you've actually been all right. Did you find that is there different things, different feelings you've come across?
Definitely. So for Ireland, I really struggle with my shins. I just didn't train, you wouldn't know, and not a lot of people know, but obviously your shins has muscles. I didn't train that once in my life before I ran the length of Ireland. But then I learned before the UK to do my shin exercises. So when I did the UK, I didn't have any shin issues. But then, like you said, it highlights other issues. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yep.
So for Ireland, my weak link was my shins. For the UK, I didn't have any major muscle injuries, but I did have a bad injury about a week in, which was my lateral collateral ligament. It was really swollen. It's just on the outside of your knee. I think it came from because when I was running in Scotland, through Scotland, the Highlands, there was no footpaths. So when I was running and then cars were coming behind me, I'd jump from here into a ditch.
Okay,
So I think it was doing that motion.
Yeah.
However many times I did it, which was quite a lot. I think it was that motion which caused the injury.
Yeah.
So it's another thing where it's I didn't train for that, so that's probably why it was as bad as it was.
Yep.
But then it was funny.
Because I can see you in the gym now in front of the window, just couldn't hop into the one side with weights on your shoulders.
Yeah, but then
That's literally it, isn't it?
but the beauty of Iceland is there's going to be no cars, no traffic.
Yeah.
So I won't have to be worrying about dodging cars. It's just head down and go.
Yeah. Have you spoken to anyone else who's done the run around Iceland?
No.
Yeah.
But I had a friend who played professional footballer there.
Yep.
He was a professional footballer there, and I spoke to him. And the last 2 weeks I've been on to the car rental company, and the guy I've been dealing with there has been like, he's been super friendly, super informative, and he's been telling me everything I need to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he's sending people out there all the time in his cars, and he wants to know what terrain they're going on, the conditions.
Yeah.
Superb. So it comes back, and do you finish off the southern point? The southern point isn't too far from Reykjavik, is it? It's not a million miles.
I think it is a 4-hour drive.
Is it? Yeah.
I think something like that, yeah.
And then
it's not too bad.
Party in Reykjavik.
Yeah, and then fly home the next day.
Super. And then there's the more on the horizon after. I'm not going to push you on those ones, but we'll find out after this one, unless you want to speak about what you want to do. The plans? Or
nah, let's deal with this one
let's
first.
Get this on. Let's cross this bridge, literally. Is there a reason why, did you do north to south in Ireland?
Yep.
Is there a reason why you always do north to south? Things go downhill easier. Looking at a map, you think it'll come down easier.
Somebody said that after I ran Ireland. They're like, "Oh, it's funny." They were like, "Why didn't he start north?" And he would have been running downhill to the end from north to south. But no, but like for Ireland, it was the furthest point to the furthest point.
Yeah.
For the UK, the idea was the furthest point to the furthest point. And then for Iceland, I was going to do furthest point to furthest point, which was west to east. But then my friend Daly said the Guinness World Record is for north to south.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that's interesting. Looked into it. Yeah, that's another story. But yeah, I suppose I applied twice. Sent 6 or 7 emails. Physically went to the Guinness World Records head office in London. They work from home on a Friday, so nobody was there to speak to me. And so basically, I've tried hard to make it an official Guinness World Record attempt. They never got back to me, so it's not an official attempt, but I'm still going to give it a good crack.
I'm not. Yeah, like you say, if you've done it, you've done it, isn't you?
Yeah,
that's the main thing as well.
Yeah.
And I always think that. Yeah, it's good to get the accolade to it because, like you say, you've done it, but it's anything really. Someone said the other day, I mentioned, would love to run a marathon. So I said, well, I might try and run one, say, by the end of the year. Someone said, what marathon are you going to do? I was like, let's go out and do one.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm not worried about, I don't want to have 20,000 people around me. I want to run on my own and just put my music on.
Organise it yourself.
Yeah, and I can imagine, people get you through. And in London, a lot of people say, all those people really get you through a few miles and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I heard everyone gets in the fucking way for a few miles as well. So you can't even run your race, can you? So, but are you interested in doing in those marathons, or you just literally do your own thing?
I'm happy doing my own thing for the moment.
Yeah.
I suppose, like, done Ireland, I've done the UK, doing Iceland next. I know we're talking about, doing a few other countries. But I think for me, I haven't really said this out loud or publicly, but the plan is to do every country in Europe. Just kind of run from one point to the other point, and then try and break some Guinness World Records along the way.
Yeah, need get them. Yeah, get Guinness World Records to wake up and realise that stuff's going on. I suppose like I say, it is a hard process. I remember speaking to someone before about trying to do. We emailed him about someone doing.
Chris, no,
because Chris got it, didn't he? I think he did get it, didn't he? He did get in touch with him.
He had to pay 500 quid.
Was it? Yeah,
for a speedy process.
Really? Yeah. It's mad. So he's now got the quickest 5K dressed as a construction worker.
Marathon, no?
Was it a marathon?
I think it is a marathon, yeah.
Oh, he done the marathon?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, wearing jeans and his hair.
Oh, fuck, I didn't realise it was that far. Jesus. I did just pop up the other day. Yeah, I was doing the 5Ks. I didn't realise he's done the marathon.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Chris Rogers in the PPE?
Yeah.
He did half marathon.
Was it half? Yeah.
It was half marathon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But even that.
I mean, still looked very.
Do you see what he's running though? Guinness World Records. They said to him, you can put trainers on for this. Basically, he said to him, he didn't have to run in boots. They wouldn't class. He had to do it in that outfit.
That the last person done it in.
Yeah. And that was trainers, jeans, and a high vis top. And he was trying to explain to him that what I'm doing in it would be a lot harder. I'm in boots and overalls.
Yeah.
And so he had to literally, it made it easier for him. But fair play, got it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's just put a logo on his leg actually for his last run coming up, isn't it? I think this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It keeps it popping up. So fair play to him. He's doing 500 something miles. Well, because he's finishing next Wednesday is the World Mental Health Day. And I think that was his target to do Christmas till then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fair play. I think he's probably have some. Well, he's one of those people, isn't it? I think you're the same, really, isn't it? As soon as you do these things, once you've done it, it's not over. It's just beginning, isn't it?
Yeah. Addictive personalities.
Yeah, and it is, we get them and all the time. Even the big events we've done, you're always thinking about the next ones. What's in the next one?
Yeah.
We've done the Hinkley to Sizewell bike ride this year, and it was brought up straight away. We've got to do it next year the other way around.
Yeah.
And Cheddar Gorge, the hill we had to come up. Everyone was quite interested in going down that.
Yeah. But even like all these events, like they're such a buzz. You know what I mean? Like when I did Ireland, I done it with two friends of mine. They didn't know each other before, but like they're proper good mates now after it.
Yeah.
The same with the UK. I had a friend from London. I had two friends from Ireland come over, and I had two lads from London, one guy from Ireland come over, and then the three of them are good friends now.
Like-minded communities,
exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't know each other before, but then afterwards, still in touch, and
it's amazing. And then that's, I think, the science in sport, really, and how it helps the mental health side, doesn't it? Because people come together and look after each other, don't they?
Yeah.
But on that, the mental health side in construction, you've obviously seen it firsthand as well on a daily basis. I know we obviously, not long after we first spoke, obviously put someone our way who needed a bit of support, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But you're seeing the front line of it, shall we say?
Yeah. So I'm a site manager, pushing to get a project done. Actually handing over areas. So me being off for 2 weeks doesn't help the project. But I had this booked in for a long time and dates changed and I couldn't change these dates. So, pushing to get the project done. And like you said, somebody on our project was dealing with some mental health issues and obviously construction sport, free of charge for this person, was able to help him out. And I know he was, grateful for it. But then, even like since then, I was just on the overground. I bumped into a guy who I worked with on my first project. He was a floor layer. I think his name was Louis. This is about 5-6 years ago. I met him a few months ago on the overground, and he had lost a bunch of weight. He looked healthier than when I saw him 5-6 years ago. Yeah. And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "I started running." And he literally had two like shopping bags full of running gear, and he was like, "Me and my brother are going camping and running all weekend through the mountains." And I was like, "That is savage." And like he told him, even when he was working on that project, he'd be in, maybe 2-3 days of the week. He wasn't the most reliable person. When you're trying to get a project done, you need people in to do the work. He wasn't the most reliable person, but like now when I was chatting to him, honestly, like just you could see the life in him, and he was like, "Yeah, work is better. I'm doing the park runs, all this," and he was like proper,
And that's just getting into training with yourself as well. Is that the one you said you went 5K runs with, you say?
No, I didn't run with this guy.
But you started doing. You started up.
Yeah. But it's great to see. Sport and construction, they're two very separate things, but they do work hand in hand, and I think there's lots of benefits from the sport side.
Yeah, and the people who are in it, and that everyone's up for a little bit of kick about in any way, shape, or form in it. And that's all. I bang me against the wall so many times. We're not shouting out much from our point of view, but just into this industry that just harness it and get. It's such an easy win, isn't it? It doesn't cost anything to get a team together to go for a kickabout, really, does it? Over the park, like you say, going for a jog and a run. But
even like just our side office, we went and we done 5-side probably 4 weeks ago. Yeah. And like since then we've been talking about, you know what I mean? Just having a crack about it. And it's just, getting outside and like very aware the construction industry, like a lot of the times you'd socialise in a pub. Yeah. So like
he's trying to break that, isn't it?
Exactly. So playing that 5-side, it was amazing, but it's funny that
we get that and all, because don't get me wrong, I stand there and say I'm dead against it. I'm the first one to go. There's a pub over there. Every event we do, but it's like, let's earn the right to go into that pub.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong going having a few pints. I love doing it for the right occasions. But I don't want to be in there twice a week or every week. It should be an occasion in my head. And then like I was saying to you on the way here, we do a 5K run club with work. Every week. You might miss a week here or there. But like I was saying, there's one lad in the office, Dave. He used to be a big chunky boy. And he must have lost 10-15 kilos since Christmas, and he's like having to buy new clothes. He's wearing a shirt that's fallen off and it's like a dress. Honestly, it's fucking.
And he just got in because of the 5K run club at work.
5K run club started it. But obviously alongside that, he was putting a lot of work in nutrition wise. So they work hand in hand as well. But yeah, he was just, chicken, rice, veg every day for lunch. Not snacking, running 5K on a Wednesday, running probably after 5-6 months, he started doing long runs on a Saturday, which might be 6, 7, 8K. So yeah, he wasn't flipping his life upside down. He just tidied up his diet.
Yeah.
He done a 5K with work on work hours during the week, which I think is a great thing that our work do and our project does. And he did a little bit on a Saturday, and he's after losing 10, 15 kilos.
And this is the thing with it as well, because you can't see both sides of the coin, but what that person's quality of life would be if they didn't do this versus what it is now, isn't it? It's like, and especially for companies as well, like the turnover of staff in construction is obviously high anyway, but like in terms of just looking after the health of your workforce, isn't it? Like the better product you're going to get. Exactly. At the end of the day, because your staff, you've motivated them to do something, to enjoy himself.
But if you have a healthier staff, you'll have healthier output.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, proof on. Literally, the guy now, that other lad turns up for work all the time. He's got a real good work ethic now. And whereas when he's unhealthier back in the day, and everyone knows, and especially when you feel shite, especially after drinking or whatever, or eating crap, getting up in the morning is just hard, isn't it? You wake up with a bit of a spring in your step, knowing you're going to go and enjoy yourself and you're fit and healthy. Yeah. But then my Tez always said that to me was about the hardest bit is just getting out the door as such. But once you can do that, especially with sport and exercise, what will you do and what do you do on your runs in terms of recovery on that? When your body's tired and knackered? Massages, cold water therapy or hot water?
Yeah, so I love an ice bath. I think it's amazing. It's like one of my favourite forms of recovery. But I'm not going to have that luxury in Iceland. So when I've been training this year, I've been trying to stay away from them. I've done a few. I think I've done 2 or 3, but like nothing major. But recovery is just sleep and then obviously food.
Yep. Yeah, super. Food. How many calories do you get in comparison to what you think you burn? So you got to try and keep up.
Training or
calorie deficit, isn't they say in the Instagram world?
Born. Bulking.
Bulking.
So I suppose for training, I'd probably having 2,500 to 3,000 calories per day. But then I carb load the day before long runs. Yeah. So I'd be having like maybe 3-4 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight, just so I'm actually properly fueled for my long runs. And then after I have my long runs, just get protein into me. Lots of water. Water is so important. And then usually a nice dinner.
Are you drinking throughout the whole run as well?
Yeah. So depending on how long you're running for, you need depending on how long you're running for and the effort of your run, you need different amount of, I suppose, hydration and food. So like when I'm anything under an hour, I'm typically, I'd have enough water before I wouldn't need to bring anything with me. And then from an hour to 2 hours, I might have like a squares bar, 1 in 1 hour, 1 in the second hour. And then I'd have, instead of water, I'd bring a Powerade or Lucozade Sport. You get carbs and electrolytes from that as well. And then obviously for 3 hours, you're up in the food again and again and again. So even for Iceland, the idea is that I'm gonna have about 9,000 calories a day. And that's gonna be consumed through being like drip fed into me. So every kilometer I'm gonna run, I'm gonna be nibbling, drinking, few mouthfuls, just a little bit all throughout the day. Then I'll have a big breakfast, I'll have a lunch, and then I'll have a dinner at the end of the day.
Awesome. I like the sound of that bit. Getting old marathon runner, get loads of calories in.
Comes at a price though.
Well, that's it. Keeping up with it, isn't it? I just said that they would actually, I was thinking, gone are the days of lunch being a £5 anymore. So if I go buy a sandwich, I always just buy 2. I'm greedy. I need it. All this exercise I do up here, sitting on the desk. But that's the thing, and understand we've done it with the walks when we've done it again. The first few walks we done, when we walked cross trail, we were in pieces all the way through for 3 days, just learning, because never done it before. Never realised how hard walking for 3 days is. That was 33 miles a day. But then we done HS2, we done 3 days. It was 3, wasn't it? Of 40 miles a day. But I knew then, I said to the guys that stopping isn't ideal, and you tighten up and you cramp up, but you need to stop just to eat a good fucking food, good amount of food. And it's going to take another couple of miles to get back in the rhythm and get through that pain.
But if you're driving to Scotland, you're going to have to stop to fill up the car with petrol.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
And then you have to go through the gears to get up to the pace, and then you can
100%
continue your journey.
Yeah, a lot of people, before we've done it, people are like, I don't want to stop, I'll cramp. But then now it's, I physically felt it more so because I was at a point where I was like, I'm absolutely broken here. Had a massive feed of just loads of calories, and then was just like a whole new second wind. I'm back again. But like you say, you physically feel like the calorie, the engine is full, like ready to go again. So, but that only comes with experience, doesn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
And but then, like you say, with your one, you've been very much. You haven't. Is there anyone you've kind of followed online or studied, or if yours has been very much, I'm going to find this out, what works for me?
So for when I did Ireland, I had a coach who helped out with nutrition as well. Probably wasn't as dialed or nailed in as I should have been, but got me through it regardless. For the UK, I had a strength and conditioning coach, I had a running coach, and I had a nutritionist.
Yeah.
I basically had the nutritionist for like 2 months before the event and then for the event. And then he literally just mapped out everything for me between sweet and savory, you know, to have it like a mix and you're not just having the same stuff all the time. But from that, I kind of, like, I'm quite interested in it anyway. So I learned a lot from that. So I have my ideas of it. But then, like I said, on the way here, my friend Kieran who's coming, he's like, he works in football. He was with Sparta Prague. He was with Dundalk. He was with Midtjylland in Denmark. He's very knowledgeable in this space.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were just texting during the week, and he was like, "What can I do to help?" And I was like, "Could you do a nutrition plan?" And we were chatting about it yesterday, and we were both. He was like telling me what he'd done and put together for me, and then we were just chatting about what I was saying to him. He was like, "Yeah, that's what I have on the paper." So I think we're on the same page.
Yeah. And that's how important it is for him to know you as well, wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely. So like you said off the camera just now about how you need someone to tell you when to stop and when you should stop. But at the same time, then people need to understand your mentality in it and not knowing that you've got more in there, but at the same time being respectful about the whole point.
It's all give and take in my head. Is that like when I feel like, say if I have to do I'm on day 4 and I have 80 kilometers to do, if I'm at the end of day 4 and there's still time in the day and I feel good, I'm going to keep going. Yeah. But if I get to day 5 and I'm at 80 kilometers and I feel bad, I'm like, right, I know I need to stop. So it's all about the give and take, you know what I mean?
And with that, when you're coming to one of these end of the runs on a day and you think, I need to stop now, what is that feeling? Is that my lungs are gone, anything's gone or something be hurting, or do you just know in your body, tank's empty?
Just general fatigue.
Is it?
Yeah, like it could get to a stage where I'm running and like my eyes will be closed. Yeah. So I'll be running, I'll open it for a second to make sure there's, next 5 steps, 10 steps, there's nothing in front of me. I suppose it's easier when I was doing it on roads in Ireland and the UK. Yep. But it's going to be quite traily and trecky in Iceland, so I probably won't be able to do that as much. But at the end of the day, it's just general fatigue. Get me to bed, get me horizontal. I love lying down.
Yeah. And with it as well, anything can change that fatigue cycle in terms of weather. You might just have the most amazing sunset happens and it'll carry you for another.
Weather, a conversation. There's so many different, but like
conversation, you lose self.
You get motivation through input, whether you're reading something, talking to somebody, watching the sunset, whatever it may be, listening to music, podcast. There's different ways for it, but I really try and understand like my baseline, and I understand there's good days where I'm above my baseline. There's bad days when I'm below it, but I know I'll always be back to that baseline. My
one on the walks again, I could comparing because what you're doing is fucking unbelievable. But I just knew my hardest points were the mornings, and we started walking at 5 in the morning. It was pitch black, but then I realised after the second day, I know what it is now. It's the summer. As soon as that sun come up, I was in the game. I was well up for it. Those first 2 hours in the morning, I was fucking hating life.
Me too, to be honest. And like for me, like doing the UK, the mornings were definitely the hardest because like when you go to bed at night, your body's still. Yeah. It seizes up. Yeah. It just gets tight because you're overusing your muscles, and then you wake up next morning, you're trying to get that mobility, that movement going again, which is it's painful, like
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
So with that, talking of being dark in the mornings, what's the timings of sunlight in Iceland at the moment? It's starting to draw in a bit.
It's starting to draw in a small bit, but I think it's still 16, 17 hours.
There is a lot, still a lot of sunlight. So that will help
Yeah,
touch wood.
exactly. Yeah,
that should
yeah.
be
No, definitely will.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that in the fucking dark all the time.
No, yeah.
Is there many animals up there? Must be a few things up there. The wolves or bears? There's no bears in Iceland.
There is.
There is.
There is, but they're typically on the coast, so I'm running through the middle.
Make you run fast.
I'm okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny you say that because like even when I told my mother I was doing this, she was like joking about it, but then she was like, "Oh no, seriously," and she was like Googling herself, making sure, just being worried. But even like today, it's starting on Monday, but today I had to get on to search and rescue. God forbid. Hopefully they never hear from me again.
Yep.
But it's just this is the logistics that not a lot of people see that goes into it. That you just have to do, or else you could be snookered.
Yeah, and like you say, it's one phone call to put in, let them know
Exactly.
I'm doing this.
Just dropped them an email. I said, "Is this the phone number to contact you on if there's an emergency?" And yeah, that's it.
So yeah, they just let them know, and then they're out there.
Yeah.
Just check in with them and throw it, or they just leave you be.
No, so to be honest, this guy who I'm renting the car off, that company, he's so friendly. I texted him as well, and I was like, I've emailed this person, I've said this, and he was like, oh, you can actually put your route, go onto this link, put your route in here, and then they're aware somebody's doing this route.
Amazing.
It's quite good.
It just feels like, I'm sure the British ones, because I say the R&R, we do a lot. I've seen a lot of them with the kids, and they're amazing in terms of being on top of things. But the Europeans, and especially Scandinavians, they do that stuff.
Yeah,
proper,
they're
don't they?
proper
Yeah.
fluid in.
Yeah. So we the Coast Guard here, and I was talking about the R&R and their crossover with the Coast Guard, and obviously the R&R go out and they assist each other, and the equipment they've got literally to find people when they need people. Hopefully, like I said, we won't be needing none of that because you'll coast all the way in through Icelandic territory.
Yep.
And then you'll be, you've got to be going to see a beer in one of the massive horns at the end of it, a celebratory one, or whatever you're drinking through it.
I will have a few.
Is alcohol banned then from a few weeks ago up till now, or with it all? Because you say you like beer every now and then, but
yeah, I like to have a beer. Like if it's a celebration, I wouldn't be in the pub every single weekend. But for like pretty much for the last 9 months, I've drank on a few times. But like even last weekend, it was last Friday. The intent, like my friend's stag, so friend Dave is getting married in October, and we had a stag. It was just a 1 day thing. Started at like 12, finished at like half 9. Yeah, exactly. And
was it your request?
No, it wasn't. But the plan was to have absolutely no drinks, and then we were in the first pub. We were all sitting down, and it was the first chance to have a drink, and I had a drink.
Caved at the first pub.
Yeah. Well, this is what it's for. It's for the right reason. It's for the occasion. It's not often. Daly's going to have one stag, so it's like, right, I'm going to have a drink. With him, his friends, few of his family.
Ireland?
No, here in London.
London.
Yeah.
Sorry, superb.
Yeah. So one drink. Had a few drinks last Friday, or Saturday, and then not really much before that.
Yeah. Are you bulked right now as well? Ready for it?
Yes
or
and no.
Is that something you do? Yeah. Everyone horses for courses.
Yeah, like I'll be carb loading now tomorrow and Sunday in preparation for Monday. But yeah, I mean I've kind of held this weight for the last 5-6 years, so it'll probably drop.
I was to say that
a small bit, but that's why. Excuse me. That's why I have Kieran there with me to help me with the nutrition and all this stuff. So when he was doing the nutrition plan for me, he was texting me, "What's your height? What's your weight?" So he can actually get proper
amazing,
statistics or whatever. Like
keep an eye on it all.
Yeah,
because like you say, he's taking his job professionally. He's got a responsibility to support you, do what you're doing. Yeah. But you've said about your feet as well. So you're not just taking one pair of trainers. You've got a couple of 2 or 3 pairs of trainers, you say?
I have. Yeah, a pair of waterproof size 9s. I am size 9, so I have waterproof size 9s, another pair of size 9s, pair of 9.5s, pair of 10s. And then they shouldn't get bigger than that, but yeah, when I did the UK, started size 9, finished size 11.
It's crazy, that it's so funny. It just doesn't match up with anything else in the world that anyone does. Just gone out for a few weeks, I've grown my feet.
Yeah, they got proper fat, yeah.
They're literally wider, longer.
Yeah,
just
wider, longer,
splattered meat, basically.
Toes, everything, yeah. But even like that's just swelling, but like...
Is that where little blisters can creep in once the swelling comes a little bit?
It's not even the swelling for blisters. It's just the constant rubbing, and then like the longer you run, and if you're wearing socks, and if they get sweaty, like your skin just becomes more and more worn. Like it got to a stage in the UK where I was trying to take off a blister plaster.
Yeah.
Like usually take a plaster off, it peels off your skin. But like when I was doing this one, it literally just pulled the skin off. And I was like, that's not supposed to happen. You know, you're just supposed to pull it off. And it's like, oh, it's getting better, or oh, it's protected. But instead I just made a bigger problem for myself.
Yeah. So just leave it on there next time.
But I think probably go up maybe one shoe size. But I'm not not expecting too much, to be honest.
Have you had to break in all those trainers as well?
Yes and no. They're the exact same shoe that I wore previously.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a new type of shoe, or there's, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like I have broken them in for the last week, but I've worn these shoes before, so I'm comfortable and confident I'll be fine. Yeah.
What happens if you don't finish this 8 days and the plane leaves without you?
It finishes in 8 days. So have you got your return flight booked?
I do, but I paid an extra. I paid an extra 30 quid if it does change.
To flexi.
Yeah. I got that for the way back, not on the way out. Yeah.
On the way back. So it will be finishing. We know that.
So
but you know in your head as well, it's getting done.
Fly back Tuesday morning, finish Monday, but I'm planning to finish on Sunday. So I'm a bit of a grace period.
Yeah. And this is on your socials. You're going to be on the gram.
Yeah. So actually something I would like to say is thanks to the few lads, if you could ask.
Don't give me any credit, please.
No, but I mean the lads who are paying and sponsoring and all that, you know.
Them so often in lads. Yeah, I was on thank them ones. There's been a few behind there, isn't there? You just had a company just help out this as well. So come forward. Yeah,
I've had a few companies be like really supportive. Like Build., they actually. I ran Ireland, the UK, and I'm preparing for Scotland, and I've only had 2 companies reach out to me without me having to get onto them to actually want to support me.
What's Build.'s do?
Build.'s, they're like an AI company within the construction industry, and from chatting to my mate who works for him, he was saying that you walk around with like a 360 camera on your hard hat.
Cool, yeah.
And it scans a room. And then basically that information goes into a program, and it shows if you're on program or off program. And it's really, really clever. I didn't see too much of it, but from what he explained, it's like when you go into a room, you understand, if there's dry lining to be done there, if there's no dry lining wall and it should be done on this week, it flags it as a problem. You're delaying the project.
What's in front of it. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not just that, it's like glazing installed, obviously dry lining. There's so many different bits, like joinery, blockwork, whatever it is. It just feeds into this master program.
So they reached out to you and got behind you.
They reached out. They gave me some gear. Donated £250 to you guys.
Amazing. Incredible.
To the link. So a massive thank you to them. And then I had SBS fire stopping, and I had Corinthians tiling. They've sponsored the vehicle that I'm going to be using over there. They've really, really helped. I was just saying with them, had a conversation with them, and they're like, Ben, no problem, just super, super helpful. Yeah.
It's going to be unbelievable, isn't it? Like you say, it's one of those, you've got the track record now, you can show you've done it. You know what you're doing. Yeah. But now it's, and what it does, and what we're trying to say, show as well, in terms of giving the audience or promoting what construction can do in a sporting environment, and it inspires people, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're seeing it firsthand. And we've been speaking heavily about running over the last few weeks because of what you coming in and what's coming up.
Yeah.
I am very keen to run some distances. I haven't said publicly yet what I want to do, but it's got to be done. I've got to do it. I'm only getting older and heavier, so that needs to stop. That needs to change. And as I said earlier, I didn't tell you, as Alex, I've cottoned it last week that It's last week whilst I was away. It's the first time that my tits have sweat. So that was the. I know it's on my t-shirt, literally 2 marks, and my other half found it hilarious, and I was just like, life. But it's down to my age and elasticity of the skin. That's what it is.
If that makes you feel better.
It's got nothing to do with a very heavy summer and all the food and drink and fry-ups. It's got nothing to do with that. It's elasticity of the skin. We do it. But it does inspire And without a shadow of a doubt, like you've said the people you work with, isn't it? Let alone the people who are watching. I know your social medias obviously had a good traction over the years as well, isn't it? When you do it. Did you notice that as well with your traction throughout the runs? Did you have Instagram up and running with the Ireland one?
Yeah, so it's
on there,
massive
isn't it?
traction.
Yeah.
To be honest, like what I found is when I'm doing it, there's massive traction, but when I'm not doing it, there's like not a lot of traction. And I probably play a factor in that because I'm not
savage.
I'm not mad into social media, but I know I need to do it when I'm doing these because else, no money gets raised for you guys, and obviously I need to PR the companies and the businesses that are supporting because
fly the flag.
They deserve it as well.
It's funny how that people don't watch you do it. People just want to watch you suffer. That's the audience, isn't it? Like, is he suffering yet? No, don't watch him yet. Go on next week. He'll be suffering. Yeah, we'll watch that. Yeah, and how it does. But it does say from reading that Russ Cook's book that when he ran through Africa, the HardestGeezer, no one really knew about him starting that. And even when he finished it, no one actually realises he ran from Asia. He ran from the Asian side of Turkey, Istanbul, to pretty much to London. Then he went on to, where's he home? Begins with Brighton. Yeah, down Worthing. But no one really knew of that. And no one knew he buried himself alive for a week as well during COVID to show that he could go underground for 7 days. Because you see David Blaine had done stuff in New York and was interested. But he'd done all this stuff about like just testing himself. Yeah. He even worked in a prison. And I said this to Alex actually, how it kind of, I think I was talking to you about the prison thing, wasn't it? He worked in a prison for a year during COVID because there was not much to do in his work opportunities. He took it. But then when I was reading his book and went through it, I said, I would book him 3 days. And then it almost felt like when he ran through Africa and he had some of the deepest, darkest, scariest stories through it all, it almost like his 12 months of work in a prison had almost adapted his body to understanding that anyone can change. The threat of these people and the way that people who might seem lovely and small and no harm whatsoever are evil and they've got things. And it was, I didn't mention that in the book, but I kind of got this idea of you've almost like part of your training was that in the prison system to see that. But his story with it all, and that was, I think, a lot of his was the dangers that he was going through. But he ran for 350 I think it was just short of a year. Yeah, it was. It wasn't. Yeah, for sure. Like even, but that was supposed to be a lot shorter, wasn't it? I think. Things got to come into place.
But it's like for him as well, it was a logistics challenge.
Yeah.
The running was fine, but even like you were saying, I only heard his story, I think when he was like 30, 40 days into it.
Pretty much in Huel got Stephen Bartlett got behind it. Yeah, then it went boom. Yeah, that's what it seems like. And then suddenly, but then I think there's some great stories now of people going for it as well. Spencer, the guy I've made in Chelsea, he'd done 20 marathons in 20 days, just sort of 30 and 30. Now he wants to go to 7 continents and do an Ironman, I think.
Oh, nice.
Like that.
Yeah.
And again, that just comes down because it's been done before at 160 odd days.
Yeah.
He's going to aim to do it in 23 days.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff you can when your dad's got, or whoever's got a private jet. You know what I mean? It's like us and Ryanair ain't going and doing that. But he's got that ability to do it. But you see it all, and I think that's more so with the boys as well, been younger than me, but this generation of people coming through, this is like the new thing of inspiring people, isn't it? And people, it creates people living healthier.
Yeah. I think, obviously social media is playing into that as well,
Yeah. There are positives in there, isn't there?
There is. You have to look for them and you have to be aware. But there is definitely lots.
Because like I say, I watched one earlier, as I mentioned to you as well, about the guys who's done 10 marathons in 10 days. And I was like, that guy, not blowing my own trumpet, doesn't look as fit as I feel like I am. And he's running 10 marathons. I was like, there's definitely something not right. Yeah. And his nipples are pissing with blood. So I'm like, every day, I'm like, surely you would have learnt this in training.
Yeah.
What do you do about nipple rub, nipple chafe, nipple cripples, whatever you want to call it? Yeah.
Plasters. I'm lucky enough. I never shave. My nipples are fine. My calf, like inside of my thighs are fine. I just don't shave.
Yeah.
So I don't know from experience, but it's just plasters, and it's just instead of your t-shirt rubbing your nipples, they rub the plaster, and it's
it's simple. Yeah. It's science.
Yeah.
But amazing stuff. Ben, a huge thank you from us we spoke the other year, didn't we? Then obviously we rung 6 months ago. I was like, it's on. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Huge thank you. We'd like literally to be able to give a platform in our world to yourself doing this and to inspire and support us. I can't thank you enough for it. Hugely thankful.
Yeah.
It's going to be...
I'm doing it for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you're thanking me, but I suppose thank you for what you do for the industry. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Whenever I speak to people on the site and I'm like, I'm doing it for construction sport,
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, is that the guy with the podcast?
You're becoming the podcast guy. It's working.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. TikTok helped,
but even like I know you're pushing to try and change
Yeah.
legislation and all that stuff. Like I don't know anybody in the industry pushing as hard as construction sport.
Yeah.
So
And this is the
fair
mad thing
play
as
to
well.
you.
There isn't, and then we're really struggling. I know I speak to a few people now who are helping in the background with different things, and it almost bewilders my brain in why isn't no one, we all know this massive issues on down here. And I'm a bit in the world of like, we do all the sports stuff down here to help, but we've got to fight up there because we can't be seen just to be down here doing all this.
You're the middleman.
Yeah. And I was like, we need to really go up there. Like, we do this, everyone, let's all enjoy ourselves, running around, playing around, and doing whatever sport and everything. But in the background as well, we're going to go up top and literally just let people have it and say that this needs to change. Because I think it's wrong if we don't. We're responsible for this. Yeah. But we need to change it.
You're helping people on the ground, and from many conversations, I know what you're doing and what you're trying to do for the people up there who.
We want to shout it louder in a way. Some of the stuff we do, like the treatment, the therapy, and that. Cause we've had another one this weekend. Another gentleman we're supporting. But it's like we almost can't shout too loud with it because it costs money, and we aren't getting that support from the industry in terms of the organisations up there. It's individuals like yourself and people. Some of the campaigns at Fred Mills and Lee Wilcox on the tools and B1M, and what they're doing has literally been the backbone for us, and we're just about surviving going through. But it's one of those. It only takes, let's say, one clip online, one podcast, flicks a button, and the world changes. Doesn't it? And then suddenly,
and you have an Audi.
Yeah, that's the Audi. Look at that post, didn't it? You see that one?
I did, yeah.
Absolutely rocketed. Someone said to me it's AI. It must be, probably is AI images. I don't know.
The images of the car.
Yeah.
It may well be.
Maybe, yeah, I'm hoping it was. It's bonkers. 300,000 impressions. Has had 1,500 likes. And so I said to the boys, we just sack all this in to get the sports cars. I started looking at Auto Trader and buying an Audi A6 an RS6 and converting it into a van. And I was like, I'm not sure if the 40, 50 grand of charitable money is the best route to go down.
I wouldn't say so, yeah.
If we auction it off for 60 grand.
Profit,
but then there was a real beaten up Audi A3 for like 2 grand. I was like, we could convert that. We could take the back windows out and put proper windows in it. And because there's a guy, what's his name? The guy who does all the conversions of smashed up cars. Who, sorry? Matt Armstrong, yeah. He's got an unbelievable following online. And he takes written off Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and he actually had Marcus Rashford's.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Bentley or was it Bentley? I think it wasn't it. And he does that. I'm like, we could be the van equivalent. Let's buy these smashed up supercars and turn them into vans.
Yeah.
Because my theory is the Vauxhall Astra van was the nuts, and so many people used to love it, and they discontinued them. But there's no van out there like the Vauxhall Astra van, where it was like literally an estate car.
Yeah.
Everything else is just a van. Apart from the Fiesta, you can probably say the Vauxhall Corsa, but the Astra, they even had they had a bigger engine in one of them as well, and I used to call him the license loser. That was Jason Jennings, the guy I used to work with. He went, he's Irish boy. So so it's a license loser, Steve. Be careful, because it was the same speed as the car, but had no weight in it because everything's down at the back as well, and it was like a 1.9 diesel engine, and it was a decent kick on it. But it's pucker. Don't put tools in the back; it makes it too heavy. Ben Banaghan, good luck, pal.
Sound.
This is out. Whilst this goes out, and these clips and that, you will be pacing the streets. What is your speed you aim for as well?
Targeting around 7 minutes per kilometre. To be honest, like I had this conversation yesterday at work. It's like it's more staying in a heart rate zone. So I'm going to try and stay at zone 2. Yep. So for me, that's like 6.5 minutes per kilometre. But that's with no rest, or that's after, not a lot of running. So like I could be running 7 minutes per kilometre pace day 1.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 6 minutes kilometre pace day 1. And then by day 5, day 6, it could be 7, 8 minutes.
What does that, I'm trying to work out how many, 7 minutes per kilometre. So that works out. So if you're 6 is
6 would be
6 kilometres an hour running.
Yeah.
So what was I running? I'm trying to work out what I'm running. I'm trying to do a
bend. So 6 minutes per kilometre.
6 minutes per kilometre.
I'd be doing 10K.
10K, sorry, yeah.
10K in an hour.
I think I'm running the same speed as you.
Yeah, that is.
See?
So 7 kilometres per hour is
what I'm doing, wasn't it? My Garmin said. It's easy. I know what you're doing.
Let's race.
And I'm blowing out my arse at one. I've got 1 hour in me. I've got no more than that. I'm me and Bill on that one. I've got nothing left. But so I just need. I do run that speed and think. I think this is the thing, because again, that Russ Cook showed. He done this is this is the pace I run at, and it showed him running. His ultra running was pretty similar. And then it also showed this is what I've got to do to beat the park run 5K record.
Okay, yeah.
And the guy's hammering through it. And I watched it. I was like, oh, and I looked at it. I went, well, his ultra run pace is. I think I can do that. Obviously not for an ultra run, but I can definitely match that. We've been looking at yesterday as well. Chip Bogey, was it? The guys. They did the treadmill challenge. You seen that? They did the exhibition.
They run on the pace.
Got to run at his pace and see how long you can do it for.
That's like 5 seconds.
Yeah, no time.
It's like sprinting for an hour.
We worked out. What was it we were saying about it? It was literally.
His pace is 2 minutes 50 per kilometre.
Was it 2? Yeah. So I was like, I can do that. I don't think I could do 100 metres of it, to be honest. But hamstring, definite ping. But Ben Banaghan, thank you. We will see you on the other side.
Yes.
And
good luck.
Let's go smash it.
Yes.
You
Thanks,
got it, pal.
lads.
Cheers, Ben. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.